When I first started Auana, I honestly had no idea that this is how people should consume travel, how people should consume communities. And I don't even mean the word consume because it seems so greedy. It really is how people should indulge in it, how people should look at communities and actually learn something instead of coming and going so fast, dumping their trash everywhere, not looking at a single local in the eye, other than what service they're going to provide for them. أنا Arwa Azmy. I'm 30 years old. I founded Auana. So the definition of slow travel is a much extended, elongated journey. It's meant to really test you when it comes to transport. So if you could take the plane or car, take the car. If you could take the car or train, take the train. How you spend your days are meant to be elongated and slow. The conscious part comes in actually setting the intention every day that you're only going to do 1 or 2 activities, and each one of them are going to extend 3-4 hours for you to really take everything in. So think slow, relaxed, really absorbing everything around you. The current favored format of tourism, which is obviously much more affordable because slow travel by definition, because it's longer, it's more expensive. The traditional format of tourism is high in speed, high in consumption, and cheaper. Slow travel isn't about some grandiose idea of you can afford to travel 3-4 times a year. It's actually really meant for you to travel only once or twice because it is more expensive. It's actually meant to fulfill you so much every single journey that you end up only traveling and only having your footprint on all these natural terrains twice a year or 3 times a year. But now accessibility has allowed for overconsumption, and no matter what, ecosystems are damaged by tourism. It's scary to think how much it's being eaten away. So slow travel really pushes on that. So when I stayed in Fayoum long enough, I realized, okay, so this is what I wanted to do with it. So when I launched it back then, the people, the locals, the food, the weather, even when it rained, it was everything I could wish for. It was absolutely wonderful. One format that exists here but isn't branded as slow travel is the boat rides in the south, where they take you from Luqsor to Aswan in like 7 days. That is slow travel. And it's actually a really good format as well of sustainable tourism as well, because it has very little carbon footprint. So one of the main things about slow travel is how you transport. Auana specifically works on multiple values or multiple unique points. First is the duration of the journey. Obviously, we tend to go for anything above 4 nights. 2 is what we do every day. We don't overstuff our schedule with activities. We really focus on one collective as a group, and the rest of the day is yours to do as you please. I really dislike when I travel with people and I just have to follow the herd all the time. So you do one thing as a collective and the rest of the day is yours. I try to pick boutique hotels that make you feel like you're the only ones that are there, or really small camps that have amazing views, a standalone house in Siwa where you can just really feel this communal sensation, but it's part of what you're enjoying about the trip is where you're staying. A third part is the amount of people. Auana's journeys are 10 people max, and they allow people to have such personal experiences with each other on these 4 or 5 nights that allow them to really feel that they've made friends or heard stories or connected with somebody on a more personal level. The weather is one of the most important elements. How tired I am from just coming to the place. Am I ready now to go do something or not? I follow a curvature. When you come from a high stimulation place like your Cairo, from your work and all of that, and you're ready to calm down, but you've been stimulated through the road and now you have all that adrenaline of reaching the destination, I actually don't encourage you to go up again, I encourage you to go down. So what we do the first day is absolutely nothing for the first couple of hours. And then we do something by sunset. Why? Because your dopamine is so high, you're expecting too much of the place. Don't expect of the place will show you exactly what it is. And being here is the journey. Being there is the destination. On the second day, we go on stronger hikes. We do more challenging things. I focus on what's the best time regarding how hot it is, how cold it is, to do a specific experience. When it comes down as well to food, when am I hungry? Am I hungry after a hike? Then we should do a stop underneath a tree to make some bread and tea so that it's a snack. You don't understand how funny it is to see 30-year-olds come down from a hike and see bread and cheese and be so excited for it, and they love it so much. And I care so much about our local communities. We respect them enough to care for what they care about. So when it comes down to the philosophy itself, they love the idea of people taking their time with them. They don't want people to overconsume and do it so fast that they can barely remember their names. A personal relationship with your suppliers and with the communities there is what honors them. Second is that they respect the nature there. When you do it slower, you do it in a more respectful way, so you tend to litter less, break things less, actually listen when they give you instructions about how to deal with specific things there. Third is that you leave so much room for conversation when it comes down to questions. As people that come from urban cities, we really understand very little about what it's like to be a Bedouin or a Mazigh or even فلاحين حتى. So it matters a lot that we ask questions, and it gives that space for that.